We do a lot of things regarding that. If you want to find out more about us, you can visit Kyubatech.com. I'll be dropping the website name now. While I'm talking, you can just maybe you can go there and then check. You'll see what we do. You see more things that we do. Kyubatech.com. All right. So if you're just hearing of us for the first time, can you just maybe signify by waving or giving a sign? If you're just hearing of us for the first time. Okay, all right. There's some people. All right. If you've heard of us before, I mean, if you've done a service for you before, can you just signify by maybe using an emoji? If you've done, maybe use this happy emoji. All right. Yeah. So there are a lot of people here that have actually done some things. So all right, that's nice. All right. So if you are here also and you love the service that we did for you, can you also use a happy emoji? All right, it's nice. So these things I'm doing them intentionally so that those that don't know us will not see us as probably, some sort of scammers and all. We're located in Abuja also, so if you need a physical location, you can also come and see us. We are located in Abuja, and also our website is there. You can go there and check us. Well, the aim of this meeting is just very, very much simple. We have been optimizing people's stuff for them. We've been making CVs. We've made thousands of CVs already. This year alone, we've made thousands already, and we've optimized hundreds of job profiles for people already. But then it's important that we do this because some of our clients and others also, they tend to have a problem, and the problem is this: they don't know or they don't even understand how to find jobs. So they come to us for us to make CVs for them, and after that is done, that's just like one part of the entire ocean that you need to actually fill, right? And then they don't know what to do. They don't know the next step to go, and that becomes a serious challenge. So we would love to see how we would address this challenge in this meeting, right? Now, one thing that we are not is this: we are not travel agents. So if you think we're travel agents, we are not travel agents. Now, we are not agents that also, we don't do more of, should I say, we do applying, yes, but then, the way travel agents do it, we don't do it like that. So we are not travel agents. Number two, again, we will never come to you and ask you for money for us to give you a guaranteed job. We don't do that. Please. If anybody tells you, come, give me some amount of money, I'll give you a job, know that that person is not from Kyubatech. What we do basically is we try our best to see that we equip people who come to us with the right tools that will help them to get their dream job, right? Your dream job is there. The difference between your dream job and you is just knowledge in between. That knowledge in between is what Kyubatech tries to fill. Now, all of us know that getting jobs is actually very, very difficult, right? In our day and time. What you're trying to do is just simple. We're trying to make you to increase your chances of securing your dream job. And by the grace of God, we've actually done that. We have lots of testimonies. If you go to our website, I think there are 2 testimonies up on our website. There are lots of testimonies that we didn't put there, but there are 2 that we just put there. Somebody actually, she used our service to get, is it over 15? Now she used it for academic CV though, yeah. She got over 15 offers also, or more than that, like admissions. Actually, she applied for admissions. She got like over 15 or more offers like that. So basically, our services are actually solid. So we just want you to be that you also will be able to use it, right, to the best that you can. If you are following so far, can you just give a thumbs up?
That's it. Yeah, come.
All right. Thank you. Please do well to mute your mic if you can, right? And do well to mute your mic if you can. All right, thank you very much. So let's move on. I'm going to be very, very brief. This is the first meeting of its kind that we're organizing. We've been organizing other meetings, but then purposely focusing on this. This is the first meeting of its kind. And after this, if this becomes successful, we may probably organize more. We don't know yet. Let's not promise too much, yes, yet. But then, hopefully we may organize more. But then for now, let's say we are dealing with this. All right. So the first thing I want you to realize is this. All of you are here because you want to land a dream job, right? Or maybe you want something related to that, though. Now, I'm going to be explaining something briefly. After this, I'll try to drop the material. Sorry, the material is not in a good way that I can drop it now, but later I'll try to drop it. Now, there are 3 components that you can actually use to land a job. 3 components. Component number 1. Jamie, please, can you mute your mic if you don't mind?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much. So we have three components that you can use to apply for jobs. Now, first things first is this: if you want to land your dream job online, you can also use these principles on site also. But then some of what I will say may actually be peculiar to just online applications. Now, I don't just mean applying for jobs online, and securing them just online. Like you can actually secure a physical job. Like I actually use some of the knowledge I have to actually apply. That was when I was still looking for job hunting, and then I used one of the platforms, and then I was able to get interviews and a job in like short time after I finished school. Many people were just there, but then by God's grace, I was able to apply. God's message too were there too, yeah, but I was able to apply online, and then I was actually able to go to 2 physical interviews, and I was able to get hired, right, before I later quit due to my personal reasons, though. Now, some things that you need is, first of all, very, very important. You're going to be needing a solid CV. Notice, not just CV, a solid CV. You're going to be needing a solid CV. Number two, you're going to be needing the right skills and certifications. Number three, you are going to need to apply on the right platforms. Now, I will expand these three things shortly. These are the major things that I would explain. Now, if you can understand these three things, if you can understand them to the depth, right, you would have, shall I say, no much problem with securing jobs. All right. So first of all, let's talk about a good CV. Now, a good CV is actually your first impression, right? You want to impress the person that is going to possibly hire you, that you know what you are doing and you are solid. Now, many people fail from this instance. We've actually helped some people do some things, and then we've gotten feedbacks. Literally, like, the reason why we actually picked you was because of the way your CV was arranged. So that means there's a way that the CV will actually be to a recruiter that will make the recruiter to be happy, and then there's a way that the CV will be that will make a recruiter to not be happy. Let's just picture this, because the recruiters also are also human beings. I know at times bots do some process of selecting CVs, but then the recruiters in some organizations, they're actually humans also, right? So imagine a HR who maybe somebody just broke his heart or somebody just annoyed him, now seeing a CV that is not organized. Even if the value of that CV may be nice, that anger that person had may just be transferred to that particular stuff. So there's human factor. So because there's human factor, we need to please them also, so that when they see it, they have a particular impression that, yes, this person knows what he's doing. So that's actually the first step of, picking. I personally have actually used CVs to judge some people in selecting them in some roles, right? In terms of employment. By just seeing your CV, I just use that to, just X you out at times. Though it depends on the role, though. At times, again, I take time to go in depth, but not every recruiter has time to go in depth. So this is very, very much important. Now, what are some of the things that you would need to make your CV stand out? Now, there are 4 things that I have here that we can actually use to make your CV to stand out. First of all, your CV should be clean, it should be modern, and it should be tailored to the role. Now, with this being said, I'm going to explain to you a quick difference between CV and resume. First of all, if you're following me so far and you understand what I'm saying so far, can you just give a thumbs up so I know you're together? All right, that's nice. That's nice. Thank you very much. Thanks. All right. So first things first is this. You need to have a good CV, right? Now, there's a difference between a CV and a resume. When you're talking about a CV, I know we mix the words up, and yes, we also mix the words up. The reason why we mix the words up is that's the language that everybody understands. But it's a difference between CV and resume. Now, I would use something simple to explain the difference between a CV and a resume. Now, let's assume you went to a primary school. From there, you went to a secondary school, went to 3 secondary schools. After that, you had your first degree in accounting. You now went and did postgraduate. You now went and did your further, you now furthered your education in maybe MBA. After that, you decided to now work in a particular firm. While you were in school, you were doing some engineering internships, and then while you graduated, you got to work in a bank. After that, you applied in another business place also. All of these things, when you're making your CV, it's advisable that you pour all of them there, right? Now, coming to resume, what resume now entails is that you want to apply for a role of an accountant. When you want to apply for a role of an accountant, in your resume, you don't need to actually fool it with the jargons of what you were doing as an electrical engineer, or you don't even need to put the fact that you had an internship in this particular thing, or you had a certificate in electrical engineering. You just need to focus it solely on that particular field, which is accounting, that you are applying for. Now, this is where some people miss it from this onset. They make one thing only as just their general stuff, and then they need to apply it everywhere. And a recruiter is picking it. You're applying for a role of an accountant, and the first thing that the person is seeing is electrical engineer as your experience. The person will really think this person is not serious. So you need to take note of that. Now, while taking note of that is important, you need to also note regional differences, especially for people who want to apply for jobs not in Nigeria. Where you want to apply, the country and the organization, they matter also. If you do in-depth study on them, you would realize what they want. Now, it will shock you that some other organizations may actually frown at you just submitting a document that contains only that stuff about accounting, because they will want to know what you did with your entire life, to know whether or not you went to prison or not. Now, you see, knowing which is very, very much important. So it means you studying where you are applying for also matters in how you are going to tailor your CV. Do we all understand? Are we together? Are we together? Okay, all right. All right, nice. Thank you. All right, moving on. I'm going to be brief, like I said. I'm almost done. This is like one of the crucial parts, so that's why I'm taking my time to explain it. All right, so moving on. We are going to give room for questions. Yeah, we are going to give room for, and stay true till the end. If you enjoy till the end, we have a little gift for people that will stay, till the end. Don't worry, we are going to be out of here by 9 o'clock. So we have some amazing offers to throw into the house, though. Yeah. So now moving on, you need to make your stuff to be ATS friendly. ATS simply means applicant tracking system, right? Now, ATS is actually a system, especially for people that are not applying for jobs in Nigeria. In Nigeria, though, some organizations that, like, an instance, organizations like NNPC, that, or some other government recruiting agencies that, they do bulk recruitment and all that, they do use ATS. Now, ATS is the first place whereby your CV will go to. Now, the aim of that ATS is that it will sieve it, and then it will sieve your CVs, and then only the relevant CVs will remain. Now, when you're making your CV, you need to make it to be ATS compliant, right? Now, there are lots of ways you can actually check it online, although most of the ways online are normally, let's say, scammed, websites when you check how they are made, basically. But then the real ATS software, though, is quite expensive. So most of the times, the recruiters are the people that will actually know it. But then you can actually make your CV to be tailored in a way, because there are some things that are needed in that CV, right? An instance, adding achievement is very, very much important. Making it to be actionable is very, very much important. And the language you use in your professional summary is very, very important. As a matter of fact, adding your LinkedIn link can also help your CV to pass through that stage. Now, I don't want to dwell much on this, so I'm going to move on. If you have some questions, you can maybe keep them for later, and then you ask. So just know that your CV is your voice when you're not in the room. Take note of that. Your CV is your voice when you're not in the room. Now, we are moving on to the next part. The next part now is, a good CV is important, but also having the right skills and certifications is also very, very important. Now, you can organize your CV and make it to be very, very fine, very, very fine. But then there are some particular fields that you will not just get hired when you don't have the right skills and certification. An instance, if you don't have this HSC, that is health safety certification, right? There are some places that you cannot work that have to do with that. So you can have a good CV. As a matter of fact, you may even have good experience on that particular field, but because you don't have the right certifications, you could actually strip yourself of that. How do you get this done? You go online, you search. We used to hold software trainings, but then we've had a pause on them for a while, but then we'll resume very soon, right? You get certified. You can use different platforms. There's Allison. There are lots of platforms out there, right? You get the right certifications that align with where you want to work or what you're applying for, right? Some of these applications, 1 week, 2 weeks training, you get them. So these are very, very important, and they can actually also affect the potency of your CV. All right, moving on now. These two things are important, right? But then, imagine you have what are you calling it now? Imagine you have a land, and then the land is positioned in, or let's say you are selling clothes. You are selling clothes, and then the clothes are, luxurious clothes, and then you take the clothes to a village for people to buy. Obviously, they're going to price the clothes low, right? But then imagine you bring the clothes to maybe a place like Lagos, or take them outside the country. people are going to price the clothes quite high. That's just how your CV also is. So you can have the CV, but then after having a good CV, what is the next thing now? Okay, apply for the job. But you see, this is where some people now, you have a good CV, but you don't have the right channel and platform to apply. Because of that, your CV just sits down doing nothing. We can have some people telling us that they did CV with us, and after doing the CV for years they've not applied. I'll be like, for Christ's sake, you did CV with us since. Why haven't you applied? Some of them will tell you they don't even know. Probably. It will shock you like that. I believe, yeah, there's some people that, they'll tell you they don't even know where to apply. That's why. And there are lots of platforms out there. But you'll be wondering, how come these people don't know? But you see, my Bible says my people perish because of lack of knowledge. So this is actually very much important. You need to know the right channels to apply in. After knowing the right channels, you need to understand how to apply in the right channels also. Now, there are lots of right channels that you could use to apply that are out there. You can apply and get remote jobs abroad. You can apply and get physical jobs abroad. Some of them can even come with sponsorship. Some of them can even come with different offers and all that. You can also apply for jobs in Nigeria. There are lots of platforms like that. There are lots of platforms, right? Now, knowing how to navigate them and apply is a very, very big difference between you making it and you not making it. Do you understand? Now, some people will just pick your CV and then they'll go and apply in one particular link somewhere and then they'll just rest. That is not how it is done. At times, you may have to apply 50 times for you to get 2 interviews. Do you understand? You may have to apply 50 times before you get 2 interviews. We have different people that apply in different places, different places, different places. You see somebody telling us that you applied. And for people that actually keep trying like that, to some extent, they keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. And some of them get to a stage of interviews, and before you know, some of them end up getting offers, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. You understand? So this is very, very much important. So you need to put in your effort also to put in your eyes. Now, there are some platforms that you can take notes of, right? You need to apply with strategy. Apply with strategy. There are some platforms that you can take notes of. You have platforms like LinkedIn, platforms like LinkedIn. Indeed, don't worry, I will send a document. I'll send this particular document. I'll try to send some of the points so that you take note of them. You have platforms like, let me just send this particular stuff. Let me just send it to the comment section so that you can just check it. Because I know some of you may pick interest in wanting to. Some of you will even ask me this such questions. So let me just send it. All right, you can check the comment section and then you'll see. All right, so can you see? So you have platforms like LinkedIn, Indeed, AI Apply, Jobberman, My Job Mark, Remote OK. These are like, should I use the word legit sites, not scam sites, because there are some sites that don't know when you go there, it's just filled with scam stuff. So these are platforms that you can apply for jobs, both Nigeria and outside Nigeria, both remote and physical and hybrid jobs, right? So these are jobs, these are links that you can actually use to get them done. Now, all of these platforms, there are different ways that they operate. Some of them operate freely, some of them operate in a paid way. You have to pay money first. Some of them, again, they operate freely, right? They operate differently. You need to understand how each of them operates and know how to use them. Indeed and LinkedIn are two different sites and they operate differently. AI Apply is even different from LinkedIn and all. As a matter of fact, you cannot even use some features in AI Apply until you use money. But then there are some rich features that are free in AI Apply. As a matter of fact, let me just give you a tip for free. You see this AI Apply, you can use it and then you will see, you can use it to search and then you will find free job stuff. But then the thing there is that you cannot apply in the app itself because probably you haven't maybe subscribed or some things. But then you can actually copy out the link, right? You can take you somewhere else. You can, all the features will be locked, but then you can actually pick out the particular job that you want and then you can find a way of applying. You can just take this advice for free. There are lots of platforms, more platforms like this. As a matter of fact, we have a platform that will do post job updates, although we will not be posting them regularly now due to some reasons. But then, yeah, we do have platforms that we do post job updates, and some of them we get them from some of these platforms. We don't fabricate them or we don't have direct link with the HRs, but then this is the platform that they actually do. Now, I won't have time to talk about all of them, but then let me just speak a bit about first of them, which is number one on my list, which is LinkedIn. Now, there's a reason why I'm actually picking LinkedIn to speak on, because LinkedIn has built itself to become, shall I say, very, very good. Now, if you understand how LinkedIn works and not that you want to be a content creator, I may not advise you to just abandon Facebook and pick LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is like Facebook, but it is for serious-minded people. Sorry, I'm using the word serious-minded people. I'm also a big Facebook fan. In fact, I post more on Facebook than LinkedIn. So don't think I'm talking bad on Facebook and all. Now, this is it. LinkedIn is a platform, right, whereby you find recruiters and you find people who find job. You find them there, all of them connecting, and all that in that particular platform. So in LinkedIn, you cannot take LinkedIn to be like your digital home that you use to show people who you are. Now, when you go to LinkedIn and you're not careful, you meet lots of fake people because everybody wants to impress. Everybody wants to impress. And that's very, very nice. And it should shock us actually that if I ask right now, somebody here probably doesn't even know what LinkedIn is, or somebody has the app, but the person is not utilizing the app. But I'm telling you that I got a physical job through LinkedIn. I got 2 physical interviews, went to the places through LinkedIn, through this particular LinkedIn. Some people still don't even know what LinkedIn is. And you have your smartphones, you have data. As a matter of fact, some of you saw this through Facebook. Maybe you're scrolling through Facebook and then you now saw this and then you're here right now. But then you could use this particular same energy to be put in on learning how to apply for stuff. Can you imagine? All right, but then by the end of this, I believe, we are going to have more and more knowledge on how to do all of these things. Now, in LinkedIn is a powerful platform, right? You can just be posting in LinkedIn like a normal platform, but then LinkedIn plays an important role in you securing a good job because recruiters out there, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, between 60 to 80% of recruiters, they use platforms like LinkedIn to check and know more about the prospective people. Now, let's assume you are in Abuja and you're applying for a job in Lagos, or maybe you're applying for a job in the UK. Now, the recruiter won't be seeing you physically. The recruiter, it may reach a point that you will have a virtual interview and all, but then the recruiter will not be seeing you. What the recruiter may do is this: the recruiter may click on your LinkedIn link that you would attach to your CV, and then it may take the person to your profile. You all know that when you go to look for a job, when you're walking into the interview hall, right? The recruiters, they do analyze you probably. I mean, you see them, they look at how you talk, how you dress, and all that. Now, this recruiter is not seeing you. How will he understand who you are? How will he understand how you act? That is where viewing your LinkedIn profile comes in. Now, you see, it's very much important for you to optimize your LinkedIn profile so that when the person goes to your LinkedIn profile, the person now sees you as somebody with substance. It is now left for you to disappoint the person when the person sees you physically, because you can impress on LinkedIn and then depress the person physically. All right, I do hope you're all following. If you are following to this point, can you just drop a thumbs up? All right, that's nice. Thank you. All right, thank you. If you're enjoying the session so far, can you drop maybe a happy emoji or something if you're enjoying the session so far? All right, that's nice. It means I'm trying. All right, thank you very much. All right, so you understand. So these platforms are very, very much important. LinkedIn is just one of many platforms, but then the reason I'm talking about LinkedIn is that it seems to be broader than the rest of them. Now, LinkedIn has different platforms. It has the premium version that you can use to gain more, but just on the free version alone, you can maximize the best out of it. Now, in LinkedIn, you're going to find platforms of people who are doing what you are doing, or people who are looking for a job in your sector. You're going to find people who are also already succeeding in your sector. In fact, if you're already a professional through LinkedIn, you can even get referrals, because anybody that is going to LinkedIn, right, you would assume that person is a serious-minded person. When you go to Facebook, the messages that people will be messaging you will be rubbish messages. When you come to LinkedIn, the message that people will be messaging you will be serious offers. When somebody observes is that you're somebody that's looking for a scholarship, the person can, because there are recruiters out there, right? So the person can come and introduce you to a particular discount that they're doing right now in their school abroad. Would you want it and all that? So you see, if you channel yourself properly, these people will come to you. But if you don't channel yourself properly, they will not come to you. All right. By the grace of God, everybody here will channel themselves properly. All right, so all of these things are very, very much important, right? Now, let me just give you a little bit of trick that you can use to, to succeed more on LinkedIn. Number one thing that you will do is that whenever you're posting on LinkedIn, be cautious of what you do. The pictures you send on LinkedIn, be very, very cautious of them. Make sure you send pictures of yourself and show yourself that you're a serious person. Show yourself that you're a serious person. As a matter of fact, some people don't have room for. It's like when you go to LinkedIn, like I said, you see people who just fake life. you too, you have to go there and show them a bit of a fake life. That is, if you are used to being jovial elsewhere, and then you love playing around on LinkedIn, people don't do much of playing, but please
You go
don't make it to
follow.
be looking as if you are acting in a, should I say, a fake way. No, 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 don't do that, please. Don't do that, please. I'm already wrapping up. All right, so very soon we are going to be ending this session, and then we are going to be dropping out some offers. So that's that basically. Now, your LinkedIn optimization is very, very much important. So there are two ways you can actually get them. You could just go online now, Google how do I optimize my LinkedIn account, and then you can get lots of ways that you can optimize them. Optimizing your LinkedIn profile is very, very much important because, like I said, when recruiters come in, they're going to go to your LinkedIn profile and then they will check them out for you. Both people that are looking for jobs, both people that are looking for admission. Some recruiters do use platforms like that, right? So if you post regularly on LinkedIn, it helps you to get noticed more. Posting regularly helps you to get noticed more. And also avoid doing some things. Let me just give you a little trick, because we do have people that we've optimized. Like I said, we've optimized hundreds of people's LinkedIn, and we have a couple of them coming back with complaints of like, my LinkedIn has been blocked, my LinkedIn has been blocked, my LinkedIn has been restricted. Now, LinkedIn is a place for serious-minded people, and LinkedIn takes serious measures to avoid scammers. Because of that, you may actually be flagged as a scammer without knowing. One of the things that could actually affect is that if you go ahead to search on people's status, like you go to the search bar of LinkedIn and then you just type people's name and all that to just see them for no reason, and you do that over and over again, maybe in a day, you do it a lot of time, LinkedIn may see you as a possible scammer. Or if you keep on changing things in your profile, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, LinkedIn will also see you as a possible scammer. I think so. You can just Google and then you find out more things that you could do to help you to stay, ahead in this particular field. All right, I don't want to take much of our time. These are just the few points that I have to share today. Like I said, maybe we may have another session, but then yeah, that's that. So before I end, I want to give room for questions, right? I want to give room for questions. I would not say you should I say you should raise your hand? People are already raising up their hand, so we may not know. So when the time comes for questions, when you have a question, you may just unlock your mic and just ask your question. We are just going to give like, let's say 10 to 15 minutes so that we'll do and go. But before we do so, like I said, we have a gift for people that will stay here till the end, right? So for some of you that we don't service for, you know that we are very, very strict on our pricing. We don't check our price at all, because before we give a particular price, we make sure that we give the least possible price. We check it. Where is the barest minimum that we can keep it? Then we keep it there, right? So we just make sure when you come to us for our services, we don't give discounts. But for the first time, we are giving discounts today only for people that among you, only for people that are interested. We are giving discount for the first time. Let me say so. All right. So here's how the discount is going to work basically. So our civil services for job application is normally 3,000 naira. 3,000 naira. Some people do it as 5,000 naira, but we will maintain it at 3,000 naira because not all fingers are equal. So some people come with needs and all that. So we just try to make sure that we keep a particular bar. As a matter of fact, many people that you see them doing stuff like this are probably copying us. But then for just today only, as a matter of fact, I'll be sending a link. Only people who use this particular link, and the link will be revoked by midnight today. Like this midnight today, we'll close the link and then that's all. And then it goes back to how it was. So from 3,000 naira, it will drop down to 2,500 naira. And then our LinkedIn optimization, for the first time, we do other things. So we do automation of Indeed and some other things. But these are only the two stuff that we are actually running this particular discount on. And then on LinkedIn optimization, it is formally 13,000 naira. But then for today only, it's going to be at 9,500 naira. If you're excited to do that, you can just maybe give a thumbs up or so. The link has been sent, so you can find the link right now on this meeting. If you're interested, you can just click on the link and maybe just fill the form briefly, your name, your email, and all, and then you tell us whether you want us to do LinkedIn service for you or CV service. And then between this night, everything will end. And after that, by tomorrow, you will have to do everything by tomorrow, or else everything goes back to how it was. If you want to find out more about us, you can check our website also, which is Kyubatech.com. Just Kyubatech.com. Let me type it out also. Kyubatech.com is on the comment section. Kyubatech.com. You can check it out also. That's our website. You can find out more about us. If you want to visit us, our office is in Abuja, right? So you can just contact us, contact any of us. We have lots of workers. We have trained workers, and then we have our customer sales reps. Some of you might have met them, so you can contact either of them for our address, and then they direct you and all that. So that's all. Now I'm going to give room for questions. If you have questions, mind you, we have limited slots for the questions. You have to be out of here by 9 o'clock. So if you have questions, you can just unlock your mic and ask the question. All right. Abogun, are you asking a question? Did I call your name correctly? Aibogun. Sorry, the name is looking.
Hello.
All right, yeah, Mr. Letan.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
I have a question, sir.
All right, we are
Can
listening.
you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. You did CV. Your company did CV for me some time ago in the month of, will I say April or May?
Okay.
Then my experience is in the job experience. They did not do anything concerning my job experience. Rather, what I get from them is my responsibilities. In my experience, are they supposed to be my job experience or job responsibilities? But what I saw from the CV they make for me is just my responsibilities of the work and not my previous job experiences. And even when I try to back on the what they call linking optimization, the person I contacted, I think, standing at the rate of 15,000 naira against what I'm hearing down is 9,000 naira. And the secondly, the CV creation was 5,000 naira. So I'm just hearing that it's 3,000 naira and all these things. So let me just view it out. Even I link him up to more than 3 or 4 days, he could not deliver. So I just stopped. Within that time, she knows me in person. We have our contact. The whole thing was like, she did not deliver. I was begging her, following her up. She later told me that she was not on duty, that she handed over the job to another person to do. It's no longer 24 hours, up to 3 days before I will get the CV.
All right, sir. All right. So yours is not necessarily a question; it's actually a complaint, right, about our service. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, we do have 1 or 2 complaints. First of all, we work with humans also, and our workers are also humans. So, before maybe you could send me a DM, and then we'll understand you proper and maybe know where the fault was from. But let me just address the things about as concern. First of all, you actually address the fact of the pricing, right, as a concern. Like I said, I made emphasis, we are making discounts. When you come to us tomorrow, trust me, nobody is going to do it for you because it's just a laid down rule. Nobody is going to do your LinkedIn optimization for you at anything like 9,000 something. No. Our standard price is not so. So when you come anything other than now, right? So this is actually a discounted price. Even on the CV itself, it's also discounted. Now, our CVs also have categories, right? Our CVs have categories. We have CVs that we do for 5,000 naira. We have CVs we do for 3,000 naira. We have CVs that we do for 10,000 naira. But then basically, a basic CV, right, depending on the depth too, a basic CV normally costs around 3,000 naira basically. But then for people who are actually applying for studies and all, their CV is 5,000 naira. Some job applicants also, their CV is also 5,000 naira. Now, on the aspect, you made a reference to responsibilities. Now, I'm saying this so that if anybody wants to learn also, the person may just speak and understand, right? So, speaking on responsibilities are there, and then their responsibilities are important. Responsibilities and experience, they work hand in hand, right? Now, under your experience, some of the things that you need are you need to show where you have worked, the time that you've worked, and what you were doing there. Now, when you see responsibilities, the person in question is just trying to explain what you were doing there. You understand, sir? And also, like I said, it's possible. So I'm going to I don't want to drop my phone number now so that I may not have many people messaging me. But then you can use our email, Kyubatech at gmail.com, and then you can just email me with a hi, or you can fill this particular form that we sent now, and then I would attend to you personally, and then we'll see how it goes so that problem you had will be resolved. You understand, sir? We are sorry for that problem. Yeah, that you had. So that it resolved because of time schedule, because of the time. Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. So,
sir.
any other person with a concern or a question?
Yes, from Shegu. Mr. Shegu want to ask question.
All right, all right.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good
So,
evening.
my wife is she's undergoing the course of data analysis, and she's on LinkedIn. I don't know how you can help. Oh, hello.
Yes, we are with you, sir.
Yes, I don't know how you can help to optimize our chances of getting jobs, either within Nigeria or outside. However, I mean, I just want her to get to be employed. I want her to be exposed to the opportunity of getting jobs.
All right. All right. Basically, this entire thing you said is even literally what the discount we are doing for is, because when you optimize your LinkedIn profiles, it will actually help you. We are going to optimize the LinkedIn profiles and set it in a way whereby it will be much more easier for you to get a job. Like I said, we're not running magics though, but then we are just trying to increase your chances. And also,
Yeah.
we may check our CV also to see if we need to optimize it. And also, let me just say this. Should I say it? All right. Yeah. We will actually also help the person to apply for 1 or 2 free job offers. Like, we will help the person search for some job opportunities and then apply for 1 or 2 free for the person without the person paying anything, as part of this. So
Okay.
if you're interested in
All
that
right.
also,
Next one. Thank you.
you can just click on the link. It is on this particular message box. Or I'll send it to the chat group also. You can also click on it now and then fill it to get the discount off, and then by now tomorrow, we get everything done. But after tomorrow, after this midnight, the link is going to be revoked, and then by tomorrow, if anybody doesn't come to maybe claim whatever the person did, then I guess it will just be like, should I say, yeah, everything goes back to normal though. So I hope you understand, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. But to chat with you directly, can you drop
Yeah.
your contact so I can chat? Because I do not understand the link you're talking about. Though I mean, I've been chatting with your employee, one lady like that. All this. In
Yes.
fact, you have prepared a CV for us before.
All right. What will happen,
Uh,
sir, is that I will not drop my number. I would want you to please drop your number, because if I drop my number now, I'm going to receive like lots of messages, like 30 messages also. So you drop your number and then I will get your number, please, if you don't mind.
okay. Why should I drop it? Sorry.
Just drop it on the message now, the message banner. Just drop your number.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, I will contact you. I'll contact you.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you too, sir. All right. So any other question? If you have a question, you can just please don't wave your hands, because some people are waving their hands maybe without knowing. So I may not know people that have questions. So you can just unlock your mic and ask your question.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Good evening.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Nice meeting you, man.
All right. Okay. My question is one. I think this previous month, July, before the ending of the month, I did up to 4 different cities of different countries then, and what is called a cover letter from your company. Now, what I want to know is how, because I noticed there's how I'm trying to apply for jobs outside the country, because I've been applying, no, it has no results, nothing over the time, nothing. I'm even tired. So I noticed maybe my CV is not okay, so that's why I saw your advert on Facebook, so I decided to use your services, and my CVs are ready. You've done my CVs for me. What I want to know, how is like there is how to apply to this job opportunity, especially outside the country. Oga, you are laughing because I noticed there is how, and it's like I'm not doing the how right, and maybe that's why I'm not getting response, or because I'm already getting tired. So I don't know how do I like, because I want to know that how that will do that, because even LinkedIn optimization, I gave money to somebody did it. In fact, he didn't even do it. He didn't do it. I just have to let go of the money and all of that. I just have to let go of the money. So please, the how, I want to know the how. When I apply to land, I will land a job because I'm qualified.
All right. Thank you very much, man.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. So I love questions like this, because questions like this will not just benefit you,
So
it
please,
will benefit others also that are listening to it right now. So I love questions like this also. First of all, in the matter of LinkedIn optimization, you see, our LinkedIn optimization that we let me just tell you the truth. You see, many people right now, when you go online now, you see many people doing CVs and all that. Most of them, or sorry, let me just use many of them. Many of them are actually copying our own model. So you find lots of people doing so actually substantial work because we've been at this for a while. And when we were doing it, not much people were there. But then now people are coming up with our similar pricing and our similar models. So you need to be very, very careful also. So you can just give your money to somebody and then the person doesn't really know what LinkedIn optimization is. Now, our LinkedIn optimization that we do it from a point of research and then we try to find out what will actually make your LinkedIn tick and all, right? So basically, that's what you'll be getting. That's there. Now, on this particular stuff, you mentioned something and then you said you are qualified. So that's actually a plus because one of the things I wanted to say, like I said earlier, some people may actually, have a nice CV, but then they don't have the skills and the certifications to back them up, and that may actually be a challenge. Now, one of the things that you can actually use in the how is this. Well, actually, it's not very, very difficult at times, though. At times, again, it depends on where you're applying. Now, already, the chance of you securing a job is kind of slim. All what you're trying to do is you're trying to see how you would increase your chances. Now, at times, when you're applying for a job in some platforms, it depends on the platform, but then at times when you're applying for a job, you need to check to see the dates. You need to check to see the dates that check to see the dates that the particular job was posted. Because at times you apply for jobs that were posted a while ago, and then by then maybe the recruiter had already gotten the person, or maybe because in fact for people who are using LinkedIn Premium, the CV that you do whereby the LinkedIn will make them to see your own particular CV as a priority. So at times, applying early is very much important. So you may apply for some jobs and then, apply late. That's number one. Number two, again, organizations have what they are looking for, to be precise. Not just the fact that you did a general CV. At times, you may not need to tailor a particular CV to a particular role that you are applying for. So let's say you're applying for something in ABC company, and then they may be looking for something. Now, studying the particular, sorry, are you applying for admission or are you applying for studies?
For job.
Okay, job. Okay, all right, job. So basically, studying and trying to understand, this is already broad, though, you understand? But first of all, you need to actually understand where you are applying for. Now, you might actually have all of the skills and be qualified, and you might have done your CV from us also, but then it is possible that at that particular instance, that particular job opportunity that you are applying for is maybe they are asking for something and they are providing something else. Now, that may actually also affect. So you may just need to check and then read through the instructions of that particular application properly. That may actually also affect. Now, that one is there also. Another thing also that may actually, but though I don't think this is actually a problem. Just to say they did different series from us. Now, different regions have the way their series look like. So you can use a series for region A and try to apply for region B, and then you may end up not get the results that you need. So applying, with the right series or the right regions, it can also, affect, and it can also influence this also. Now, there are lots and lots of reasons that can actually affect, but I cannot just, what I will do is that I think, but then it will not be this month, or maybe ending of this month or next month, we are going to organize another seminar, and then we are going to focus solely on, at least now we've laid the foundation, and whoever misses this particular session, I will just record it, and then the person will maybe watch the recording. Then in the next one, we're not going to shadow box. We're going to focus on how to actually apply for the CV, for the job yourself. Because this question you've asked, the one that I've asked the question, somebody has come to me, if I'm not mistaken, I think the person said over 100 or so, the person used the CV to apply for over 100 stuff, and the person didn't get offers. And the person was complaining. Well, to some extent, we don't know how the person is also applying too. So the reason why we have our own confidence in what we are saying is that we also have people giving testimony saying that they've applied and they've gotten jobs with our services, but people that also have applied and have not gotten jobs. That's just the reality, right? So what I'll do is that I think we are going to organize another seminar so that we focus more and then we'll explain nitty-gritty of how you can actually go ahead to apply with the right CV and your optimized profiles and all, and stand a higher chance, basically. I think this answers your question, right, ma?
Yes, but I want to plead with you. Can you at least help us? You are just telling us the reduction of the optimization and other things now. Is it not? It would be better for at least you are pleading. Me, I'm pleading. You can extend the date now instead of midnight to the extend. Give us more time now. No say now Jagaban government will do. Hmm? Yeah, like extend because I would like to do my LinkedIn optimization too, but the money is not ready now, so you can just help by extending the date. Then on that thing
All
again,
right.
sir, I want to be sure that your CV that you did for me, I'm aware that the over there, the CV they used to there's a machine that screen them. So I want to know if those CVs are up to that standard.
All right. All right. All right. Thank you very much for this question. Okay, first of all, on the issue of on that issue that you said, yeah, you're making me to think and rethink and rethink. Actually, okay, this is it. For those that want to actually partake of this, you can fill in the form right now, but then within now and ending of this week, let's say within now and midnight of Saturday, I think we'll give that range though for you to probably, pay
Okay.
and get the job done. That works, right?
Yes, I'll also drop my number so I can get in touch with you personally. I'll drop my number. Thank you.
All right, no problem, no problem. But you can do it to also fill the link also. I think the link is
I'll
there.
do
So
that.
I think from now to the end of the week, yeah. All right. And then you asked a
See the
question,
link
right?
in the
Please,
group
what's the
now, in the
question?
WhatsApp group now. The link in the WhatsApp group.
Okay. No, I'll drop it here. The link is on the WhatsApp, yes. But then if you want to drop your
Okay.
number, you can just drop it here. Please, not
Okay,
everybody don't
okay.
go and drop your numbers. So. Because
I'll
some of
drop.
you when you
No,
call
no, I'm
when I
talking about the
see.
link.
Yeah, the link is on it's on the WhatsApp group. It's on the WhatsApp group. And the WhatsApp group.
Okay,
All right. And then
okay.
you asked the question that I didn't get. Please, can you come again with the question? It's like I forgot about the question.
No, I mean I said I hope your CVs are because I noticed over
Okay,
there
yes, yes,
there's
yes.
a
Thank you very
machine.
much. Yeah, all
Okay.
right, thank you very much. Somebody came to my DM yesterday. Yeah, he did CV a while ago. He did it through me in particular. So he came to my DM and then he said, a recruiter told him that, the CV is not ATS standard. And then so the person just said, I don't know if it's a recruiter or a travel agent, I don't know, Sha. But then, I just gave him some response and then he understood some things. So this is it. On the matter of your CV being optimized up to ATS standard. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. Truth is this. Kyubatech Enterprise, that's our company. We don't have the
Yeah.
ATS device itself to test your CV with. Because to get this device, I think you're going to spend thousands of dollars, if I'm not mistaken, to subscribe to that platforms. Now, there are lots of platforms outside that people use to test to see whether or not your CV is kind of in line with ATS. And that's what some people use, and then they stress us by saying that their CV is not optimized and all. So there are platforms like Resume Go and all that you use. Now, the problem with these platforms is that you can test them to see whether or not your CV is optimized up to LinkedIn standard. Sorry, I say LinkedIn up to the ATS standard, right? But then the thing there is that most of these platforms, also some of them, I believe they are actually organized by, or they were optimized by the owners of that particular platform because they also wanted to do your CV with them. So you can put a CV in website A and then it will give you 80% showing that your CV is strong. You can pick that CV and put it on website B, and then it will now give you probably 20% showing that your CV is bad. You can now optimize it and take it back to another one and then get a different result. Now, this keeps going on. The thing there is that what you can do to keep yourself on the good side of this particular page, what you can do to keep yourself on the good side of this particular page is that instead of just out of boxing is that you can go online yourself. That's what we do, right? That's what we do. So our knowledge, we keep updating them. We keep going online to find out the latest things of how the series to be optimized and all that. We go to the sort of learning for different places. Now, after we learn all of these things, we use this particular knowledge that we have, and then we use some AI tools also to optimize your CV to align them, with the ATS standards that is needed. Now we optimize them and then we make them to be good enough, right? And then we have lots of CV makers that are trained, and then we make sure that, in fact, most of the people that come to work with us, they don't end up surviving up to one day because our strictness on making work to be nice is just much at times. So we just tend to see how we do this adjustment. After we do this adjustment, the CV is solely going to be looking solid, right? Except because some things that may affect your CV being ATS standard also may not be that if you don't have the needed experience, because when we're talking about the ATS, it's just a device that would screen your CV literally. So it's an applicant tracking system. Now the ATS is going to check some things. It's going to check your skills to see the skill sets that you have. Now, when you don't have the needed skills, we can easily get skills elsewhere and put for you. But when you don't have the needed skills, it may actually affect the ATS score. Number two, again, when you don't have the needed certificates, I believe it can actually affect it also. Number three, your experience. If you don't have experience in that particular field, right, the ATS will actually screen it also. If your LinkedIn link is not even added to your CV, that ATS stuff can actually also screen it and also reduce your ranking. That's what I believe. So all of these things are there. Now, it is left for you also. Now, there's a chunk of work between you, the owner of the CV, and the CV makers. As a matter of fact, I'm going to actually advise everybody here to also make a study of what ATS really is and understand what and what they're checking in the CV. So now, when you get your CVs done, this is your own property. Remember, you're the one that knows where it is paying you. So that you also yourself will also check it with your knowledge, and then you would see whether or not it holds weight. So there are lots of things actually on how this ATS work. And then I don't want to dive more in it so that we don't talk long, though. But I hope you understand what I'm saying, man.
Yes, I do it. I do a lot. So a lot of things you mentioned here.
All
I will
right,
make
all
the
right,
things to understand.
all right, all
I
right.
think
Thank you. All
I'll
right,
start that. We
all
can
right, all
get in
right,
touch personally.
all right. No problem. Thank you, man. Then
Thank you
any
very
other
much.
question?
From my end, no.
All right. I think we are no longer taking another question. It's already 8:58. So, like I said, if you want to, be part of this offer, the link is going to end this night. The link is going to end this night. That is the link is going to end this night. That is sorry, give me a moment. The link is going to end this night. That is for the offer of the CV. Okay, somebody saying which offer, please. Okay, yeah, we are running a discount for people that are participating in this. The offer is this: instead of charging you 3,000 naira for our CV, you'll be charged 325, and then instead of charging you 13,000 naira for the LinkedIn optimization, you'll be charged, because we should charge around 30 to 15k, depends on how your LinkedIn profile is, though. Instead of being charged that, you are going to be charged just 9,500 naira for the LinkedIn optimization. And aside from being charged that for the LinkedIn optimization, we're also going to help you to apply for 1 or 2 jobs for free. Yeah, all inside that. We're just trying to just, we love encouraging people also. So that's why we are doing what we are doing also. So that's just what the offer is all about. So if you want to be part of it also, you can do well to, use the link attached. Aside that, I think we are going to call it a wrap. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your questions. Questions means, I actually pass the message also, and then people are actually paying attention. Thank you for staying through till this time. I appreciate. I'll hand over to Jane so she wraps up. Jane, over to you.